Am I the only person here who actually likes themselves?
Well, it depends on the mood. Sometimes I think I'm fucking incredible. Sometimes I'm like, ugh. Anyway, I don't want to segue too much from but Asa Buttle, yes. So yeah, sex education. So the main reason I want to talk about it is because recently there was loads of articles about, I don't know if you know of Zoe Sugg. She was a YouTuber / businesswoman, all that kind of jazz. And her company posted about sex toys for women. It was just a little article about the best sex toys and stuff, and lots of news outlets have. Are you laughing about sex toys?
Yeah, Kevin.
Jay, what is funny about a box of Pushy Crunchers?
Basically, what I want to talk to you guys about, seeing as I am the only girl here, and I've probably had a.
Why did I call him Kevin? It's Kenneth. What the fuck?
No, we are not bringing that up right now. We do not talk about that right now. That is for another time. not recorded. Anyway,
Kenneth has left the building.
Back to the actual topic.
Kenneth has left.
Christ on a bike.
I think we all need to go to church tomorrow.
Oh, Christ.
I'm freaking crying.
Right, sex education, yes. So,
are we mature enough for this?
So, sex education at school. You guys, as far as I'm aware, are all cisgender male. Are you not? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, vanilla.
What is that? What is a cisgender?
Cisgender is like you're not. Google it.
Well, cis means like you are the gender identity you were assigned at birth.
Yeah, basically.
So I was born a guy and I identify as a guy, therefore I am cis. Therefore,
whereas if you were transgender, you wouldn't be cisgender.
Okay.
You're not the gender, but as far as I'm aware, you guys are all men.
That's too complicated for an hour.
Okay, I'll just say man.
Yeah,
you're all men.
Man,
How was your sex education at school? Because for me, I went to an all-girls grammar school. So, and all we kind of learned was, how to put a condom on, not to get pregnant, and STDs. That's all I remember us learning. I don't remember learning about the only kind of thing I heard about masturbation was men. I didn't know about women. So, let's kind of. So,
dicks out, boys.
What was sex education like?
Sorry.
I have a memory of literally a lady coming in, and she was like, right, she brought 2 dildos into the class. One was like a peachy kind of like white skin color, and one was blue. And she was like, oh, if you see a penis that's blue, stay away from it. And we were all 14, like, well, obviously, mate, we're not.
If the penis is blue, you are dating a Smurf.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to be saying.
I love we went to 2 different places then.
Bloody hell.
And I was like, whoa, stay away from avatars. And he's like, a Smurf.
Jack is a more cultured person.
We had this nurse come in with like the condoms and taught us how to put them on. We never got like to actually put them on because we didn't have enough time. But that's kind of all we learned. And we learned that, don't get pregnant and don't get a sexually transmitted disease. That's all we learned at school. And I think the most what people kind of learned about sex was after school. It's kind of like, I think sex education at school is pretty shit. It was when we were kids, so I don't know about you guys. If you guys learnt more because perhaps your curriculum was slightly different, our curriculum was literally just, it was all about, without sounding like, I don't know, it was all about men. Our feelings weren't really talked about. So what was it like for you guys, basically?
Ladies, you are here for one reason. Yeah.
To have your babies.
Well, I was going to say, like, I went to an all-boys Catholic school, so Grace, I feel your pain on that front, because literally our sex education was non-existent, except for 1 year they had a sort of an acting troupe come in. It was these two people, and it was they put on a play. It was like half an hour, and it was about a boy and a girl. I think they were like 16, 17, who had slept together and gotten pregnant. And the boy straight away was just sort of like, get rid of it. Just, do what you got to do, get rid of it. And the girl was like, oh, I don't want to. But she kind of thought like, my boyfriend wants me to. I will have an abortion. Boyfriend goes on a sort of spiritual journey, realizes, no, I don't want to kill this baby. I want to be a dad because, of course. And... Yeah, but then he turns out he finds the girl at the end, but it turns out it's too late. She's had the abortion, and they're both really depressed.
I think I saw that.
That was it. That was our sex education.
That sounds.
Was
really
it 1010? The company. Yeah.
Probably.
I know them.
That was our sex education. Like there was no how to put on a condom. There was no talk of STDs. One thing that was disturbing and no talk of, I thought, was consent. It was just not discussed at all.
Oh, shit.
Really?
And actually, it kind of shows, because I remember in sixth form, because my sixth form was strange that girls came in for sixth form, but not for the rest of the years. So of course, all the first relationship stuff, and there was like a lot of stuff, just sort of people going around shagging each other and stuff. But it was all very kind of like, there was an awful lot of stuff, just kind of like, wait, hang on, is that story you just told me that doesn't sound okay, what you did. And they're just sort of like, no, it's fine, because she said it was okay. She was up for it beforehand and stuff. And I was just sort of like, okay, do you see the mental gymnastics you're going through, Kevin? His name is not Kevin. I just made that up. Yeah.
I think mine was only slight, the curriculum itself was terrible. The only reason it was okay was the teacher I had, because it got taught for us only for like a couple of lessons, and by a couple I mean like literally. I remember it was in my junior school for a whole week of them literally going like, we're going to set 1 hour aside to try and talk to you about certain bits of this. And then in my secondary school, the teacher I had who mainly discussed it, I won't lie, love her to bits, she was a nutter. Like what we were talking about were just basically like the biological and chemical reactions, and like essentially like it was taught in a heterosexual way of just going like, man finds a woman, this is what they will do. Like, man could do this. Like as a bloke gets older, he'll get hair here and here. As a woman gets older, she'll get hair in here and here. But I won't lie, the teacher I had, bless her heart, she was a lovely lady, and she was our science teacher. And like, I think she had 3 kids of her own who were all got so she was a grandmother at that point. So of course she knew all about like what actually goes on, and she was just basically telling us that. And she just did not. Yeah, like she did not give a crap. Like she just goes like, "Oh, come on, everyone here has seen a penis," and you're just like, "Sorry, miss, what?"
Brilliant.
And we never, again, like consent was a thing that never really got brought up that much. It got brought up, but then it got brought up with other topics more, like we had something called ECM, which is Every Child Matters, which is the stupidest name ever.
Oh no.
I hate it.
The children shit.
Because the children are dumbass. They're our future. Our future's screwed. But but in them, like, they would mainly talk about like, this is what, like, I think we learned about like globalization once and the economy once, and the rest of it was just like, this is an STD, this is how you get don't go to do drugs. And I think one of the lessons there was about consent, and even then that was one of the murkiest lessons I ever had. Of just going like, if they say no, make sure you take that. Doesn't matter what's happened. Going like, okay, that's a broad way. And then literally go, but no, there's no button there. Don't ever put a button there. I don't know how it's been described to everyone else, but it's always been described in a heterosexual way of just going, it's like, you know, a man loves a woman. This is what's going to happen. Whereas you're just like, well, like even when I was in school going like that, well, I know a couple who are gay, so
that's what I was thinking. Cause, like,
what do they do? Because
exactly,
granted, I don't know.
We learned. I think we briefly, because we had this this gay man come in who had, I think the reason he came in because he was to talk about STDs, and he said that he'd got one. I can't remember what it was, but he said he'd got one, and that was the only we learned about a gay man having sex. But we were an all girls school where lots of girls ended up coming out after school. So when we were at school, most girls were straight, and then we came out, and then everyone was like, but no one learned about lesbian sex. What, like, how do you do it and all that kind of stuff? It's never taught. But I don't know, like,
it seems like
are you laughing about that, Jay?
What really annoys me is the fact that people think it's like it's such a taboo subject. I'm like, no, it's not.
Exactly.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay? What do you think? You're giggling in the corner there.
My sex education was really good.
Okay.
Really?
So in our school we had you get split into like 8 different classes, and then you spend, instead of doing the whole traditional maths, English, science, blah blah, in year 7 you do it's like 6, 7, 8 projects throughout the whole year, and then they combine all the subjects into one, and it's called Real. It's really weird. I don't know why they do it. And basically, it's basically each term you do like a big project, and then one of the terms was sex. So you can imagine like spending a good like 4, 5, 6 weeks on sex education. So it was really advanced. So it starts off with they tell you a story of Sammy the sperm and how Sammy the sperm won the race to get to Ellie the egg or something like that. Ella the egg. Or something
Oh my god, I know exactly the thing you're talking about.
So you have to go away and you have to do like this kind of like essay about Sammy the sperm and like kind of the metaphors within it and kind of what it means, read between the lines, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that you understand it. Then someone came in, brought dildo in, then they handed like condoms to pairs on tables, and you had to like learn to put the condom on. And then it was, I don't want to say the pros and cons of gay sex, but it was kind of like, you know, pros, you know, gay sex is fine and it's okay to be gay.
For men or for both?
Or both. No, both.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the pros, you're kind of like, you know, less than kind of like, you know, it's fine to have gay sex. You're fine to be gay. If you're gay, that's absolutely cool. If you're not, that's also cool. But kind of like, you know, you have to be careful of like STDs and kind of diseases, and kind of like, you know, another con is, you know, gay sex, that sort of thing doesn't lead to pregnancy. So also, it's kind of like the obvious, like if you have gay sex, you can't get a baby, like kind of.
Yeah.
It was kind of a lot of it was kind of obvious stuff, and it was but it was really thorough. And then obviously the school nurse would come in and kind of like what to do in an emergency if you do find yourself pregnant at the age of 14, 15. This is what you should do, and advice, that sort of thing. The school made it clear that, like, you know, we don't obviously advise having safe sex, but we know that we work in an industry where all of you, 100% of our students are teenagers. So the vast majority are going to have sex regardless if it's legal or not. So if you want condoms, go to the school nurse and do all these.
Damn.
Your school was really good.
Yeah, no, our school was really good with it.
Wow, I've
to
literally not heard
the
of
point that I was scared of having sex.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how much they dug it into you.
Any consolation? I'm still scared of having sex, but yeah.
No. They fed so much information into you and pumped you. So I mean, it kind of worked because
I'm kind of getting pregnant.
Yeah, no, they pumped so much information into you that you were actually like, oh, do you know what? It's not worth the hassle. Fuck it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've literally, like, of our generation, like, I know it wasn't that long ago we were in school, but like of our generation, I've not heard very many good, positive things like that. Most people of our kind of age have said it was shit. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. And on that note,
Mother, if you're watching, I'm still a virgin.
I'm a little bit drunk at this point, so
that's fine.
I need to keep going.
Yeah. I'm not drunk, but I'm numb.
Grace, do shots.
We like to drink with Grace.
Hey.
And when we drink with Grace, bloody
Nice.
hell.
The thing is, I know what Grace is drinking because it looks like vodka. I know what Jay's drinking because I know the bottle. The only person I don't know who's drinking right now is Conrad.
Oh, I haven't had a shot in so long.
Johnny Walker Black.
Yeah.
Oh, good man.
Breakfast of Champions.
Good man.
Grace,
Not
can I change
chocolate.
my Grace, can I change my subject?
What's your? What do you want to change it to? That's fine.
What's your guys' idea of a perfect date?
Perfect date. Oh, that's better than
Fair.
scones.
Scones going thing.
That's it.
Right, who's going first? Because I need to think.
My perfect Sunday.
Well, I guess.
I was mid-drink then, you dick.
Okay.
Sorry, Conrad.
Right, Conrad, you sounded like you were about to say something.
I'm an absolute fuckboy this year, honestly.
No, I was not an absolute fuckboy. Shut up.
You know what? You're a lad.
Yeah,
If I have to sum it up in a phrase, it would be it would be
last time you made out with someone.
Oh, that's
I think it was
horrible.
actually
That's so mean.
I think it was longer than your last time you made out with someone, Grace.
Well, to be fair, the last time I made out with someone was almost a year ago. But before then, I didn't make out with anyone in 2019. I didn't make out with anyone in 2018. And I think I made out with someone in 2017. But it was 2 years of not making out with anyone. So this year, this pandemic means nothing. But perfect date. Yeah. Sorry. Went on for the
as harsh as this is going to sound towards me, like the moment I know someone has dated me, and then it hasn't worked out, and then like later on, like you just sort of think as like I try not to mention it, not because I was like I'm ever embarrassed of it, or it's like, oh yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. I mean, one of them was a mistake, but that was before I knew you guys. But it's more of a case of like I don't want people who know me and know them to then think like ill on them or like bad on them, and it really.
What? Because they went on a date with you?
Oh, trust me, I wouldn't go on a date with me, and I'm me.
Jack.
I'm on it. No, but hey,
Jack, you sound like Bill Murray from Groundhog Day, and not the good one.
Oh, that's heartbreaking, Conrad. I know exactly the one you mean.
Yeah.
But your last date or whatever, I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
My last date would also kind of connect with what I'd say is an ideal date, because I would never. Well, it's like I would go on a date if it is someone that you know and you're, like hopefully you know, like you know a bit about them. So you try and make it. But if you're taking them on a date, I would always try and make it personal for them. Like if you are taking them on a date, you try and make it personal for them.
Yeah.
So like, this person really wanted to go to a certain place and a certain location. So I'll just say it was the beach, basically. So, I picked them up and we drove to the beach because I knew they liked to travel as well. So you do little things like that. So, well, like, no, it's just little things that you try and remember and pick up on. Okay. Forgive me here, Grace. So I know you like Margot Robbie, Marvel, and DC. You'd try and
Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, I know you definitely like Margot Robbie. But
you've got a cardboard cutout.
And you try and like angle a date towards those sort of things. So like, say, I'm hoping I'm right in saying this. You like Harry Potter, so you could say it's like, do you want to go to the Magical World tour?
Harry Potter Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd try and make it a bit personal for the person you're putting on a date. So that's my idea of an ideal holiday. An ideal date is you kind of make it personal for the person you're taking on a date.
Yeah.
Even if it is like little things like they really like going to restaurants for a dinner. You'd take them to a restaurant. You wouldn't like take them back and make them a dinner. But if they like making a dinner, you'd take them back and make them a dinner. So
okay, that's fair.
So if you know the person, you'd like do something personal. Okay, that's a cool. I'm trying to think what I would.
I've
It's
got
one of
mine
those
if you're thinking.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, Jay, what's yours?
Well, Grace already knows this now. I'm sort of person that kind of, if I want to go on a date, I'm obviously going on a date because I want them to get to know me as a person, as an individual. So the best way I would do that, and you know that too well. Like, I hate describing what my condition is. My blindness thing. So I would take them to that. I can't remember the name of the restaurant is. But you know the restaurant in About Time, where it's like pitch black?
The one that's pitch black. Yeah.
I would. My perfect date. I know it's expensive, but my perfect date would be able to take someone there, because then I wouldn't have to spend the whole night trying to describe what's wrong with me, and they could just experience for themselves, hands on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because then you could spend the whole night of them experiencing it.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad doubt, because you could literally just do like, this is what my condition is. And you,
Yeah, and then it wouldn't, because then I would save the whole embarrassment of, you know, taking to a restaurant, trying to look like a twat, trying to find the table, trying to find the toilet.
I will say your stick does come in handy. Like when we go out, what? Oh, don't take that the wrong fucking way, mate. I said the stick comes in handy because it gets us into bars.
No, you said your stick comes in handy.
Oh, for God's sake, that is not what I meant. We got to a casino bar for free as a group of us because of your stick. That's what I meant. Do not.
He just whips it out, and you just get him.
My blind stick.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that is not what I meant. But okay.
The one-eyed snake strikes again.
It's funny as well, because that's worked a lot of times since as well. So
yeah, exactly. So I'd pros and cons. Christ.
That would be my perfect date.
Conrad, what about you? What's your perfect date?
Okay, this is where it gets nasty and crude. Like, am I trying to date this person, or am I just trying to wine and dine them?
Well, for example, girls message you, or boy, you know, whatever suits you. Someone has messaged you, do you want to go out Saturday night?
Okay.
What? I've no idea what to do. Have you got anything in mind?
Okay, I would... Well, firstly, I'd need to know this person kind of well. That's just how I flow. I like to know them beforehand. Therefore, I would know something that... I'm kind of similar to Jack, like in that aspect of... I would know what they appreciate beforehand, what would put them in a good mood, what would make them feel at ease, and then you kind of go with it. And I would make an active effort to make sure that they are having a consistently good time out. You know, you don't allow any negative thoughts or feelings to creep their way in. No, because then they associate that with you. So the first couple of dates, you know, are a little bit of a minefield, but if you get through them, then it's smooth sailing for whatever it is that you want afterwards, whether it's long-term, short-term, serious or not.
So you kind of you want it to be someone you know, so you can figure out something personal.
I mean, there's been very few people I have not been friends with already that I've ended up going on a date with or anything like that. And the ones that it's kind of been like, it's never been anything long term. It's just sort of been like, yeah, cool, great. I'm glad I'm never going to talk to you again.
I've got a really cool question for you guys leading on to that. So would you, if you had the choice, would you prefer a blind date or a date with a friend?
A
friend, like, is this someone I find attractive, or is this like
say someone you've been friends with for like 2 years, and then you think, oh, should we go on a date? Like, should we see if we can go there, like, into a different part, you know, into like a love relationship? Or do you prefer the kind of date that's, you know, kind of, we've spoke a bit on Tinder or something, we've never really met?
It's weird because, like, part of me is like, I've always kind of wanted that kind of relationship where you've known each other for a while, so you've been friends for a while, and then you become a relationship. But then at the same time, at this time I'm at now, I kind of want to try dating people that I maybe don't know. So, like, you know, like our group of friends in NIFA, everyone knows each other.
Well, yeah, So the reason I say that is because every single person that I've ever liked in my life, I've been friends with, and then I've ended up in the friend zone, so it's never gone anywhere.
I guess, yeah.
Well, the friend zone's not a real
in the same
thing.
boat.
Like, well, I mean, it is and it isn't. It's weird when it comes to the friend zone. Like, it does exist for a lot of people. Huh?
Don't get me started on the friend zone.
But it is one of those things where, like, with certain people, I feel like if you do just like explain yourself, they're willing to go for it. It's if the friend zone exists, it's not like a universal construct. It's for each person.
I guess
There is
Maybe I've had a run of bad luck then.
Sorry.
No, I've just got one little thing. There is a question I want to ask near the end of this, just based on what Jay's question was. But no, I am. What makes me laugh is, you know, when you're at school and of course you have like your schoolhood crush and that lot. What's made me laugh is like not in a bad way of it, but it's what's made, you know, when you're sitting there going like, quite like this girl, like I don't know if she'd like me. Quite a few of them, and I met one or two of their parents once. It's the funniest thing ever. I met them at a party, and they just went, yeah, no, she's come out, and like, oh, that's fantastic. And then like, I'm really glad I never asked her out, not because of like that. It's more of the fact of like, I'm really glad I never made a fool of myself, because it's like, hey, I like you. Hi, I don't like you. Oh, okay. And then later on,
Jack, I've got one better.
What's that?
Oh no.
Girl in sixth form, who I will not name. Me and her were kind of going out for a little while and stuff, and it was all right. Really wasn't compatible, didn't work and stuff. A year later, she just turned around and was like, "Yeah, I'm gay," and I'm like, "Oh." And I'm so glad that I helped you figure that out.
Is that as bad as the person you love goes out with your best friend?
Is that as bad as what?
The person you love goes out with your best friend.
I have one for that.
You win there, but it's just funny.
God, I feel like my love life is
your one's
boring compared to all of yours. Like, I've got
what is very boring?
Stuff.
No, it's like going on Jay's question. It's a bit of both, like, because I'm one of 5 kids, so I've always grown up knowing my older siblings having a partner, really, and their partner always acts like 3 of them are married now.
My sister's engaged, so I know the feeling.
Look, she acts more like a best friend to him than what someone would like say. It's like, oh no, that's someone you're trying to date. You're like, is it though? Because like, oh, like if you're real friends with someone, you're sort of sitting there like, okay, do you want to just live together? Because like, without sounding rude, that's like some of the things that like if I was ever to go into a serious relationship with someone, I'd always want, like, I've always been brought up in the sense like, you want them to be your best friend. Yeah. Essentially, like someone you can talk to, someone you can rely on, and someone you can just take the piss out of and have a laugh with. Like that's one way.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Which is what slightly scares me with blind dates. Because
you build it up, don't you? Like you're not expected to have 100% chemistry from the get-go.
Yeah,
you are.
Well, the thing that you just brought up, that idea that like, oh, it's your best friend, someone you rely on, you talk to and stuff. That is why relationships as a concept have never made sense to me. As in, they just no. As in, like they just don't. It's when you actually think about it, it's just sort of like, okay, cool. So let's imagine. Okay, so Jay, I've known you for a while now. Like, or all of you guys. Okay, I've known you for a while now. You know a bit about me. I know a bit about you. Now let's say I meet some girl or something. What?
When are we getting it on?
No, shush. Put it away.
Carry on, Conrad. Ignore him.
Now let's say I bring along some girl all of a sudden that I've only just met, and it's just sort of like, okay, cool. Now this person's the most important person in my life, and I'm just sort of like, how do I go? How does it go so quickly?
Hi, Conrad.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you just went.
Yeah, we see now.
You're fine.
Okay, how does it go so quickly from, okay, you guys are like the people that know me the best, to, this random person that I've just pulled off the street knows me the best. Yeah, this bitch knows me the best. Like, how? And then all of a sudden, it's like, let's say 6 months later we break up or something. It's like, okay, bye.
Honestly, there's nothing worse in life than people who dump your friendship the moment they get in a relationship. That is my pet hate. I will never change. When I get in a relationship, I will never change.
See, that's
I'll just get more sex.
if I get in a relationship and I start like not talking to you guys, please call me out on that.
No, I will.
Like, I say if I get on a relationship, like it's been nearly 25 years and I've still not got one yet.
Have you Grace, have you not got like the 40-year deal figured out with someone?
The 40-year.
You know, what, when you're if you're both 40 and you're both 40, you're both single.
I don't have that person.
Hey,
find someone to do that with.
Yeah.
Jay, you look like you have a question to ask.
What is this question?
Terrible.
Fuck's sake, what a waste of time that was. Okay. Oh, I can recompose some stuff.
Tits out for the boys. Tits out for the boys.
Oh yeah, lads. Anyway, question.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said?
I didn't hear what you said at all.
Oh, have fun with the editing. You'll see it in the editing. So my other question is, when you finally go on another date.
Me?
Yes.
All of us.
Okay, I'll start again. Grace, when you finally get the courage to go on another date, what kind of date are you excited by? What's your perfect date?
Most looking forward
to. What am I excited by? A date in general would be great. Like any kind of.
I didn't want to say that. That'd be rude.
An actual date would be good.
What are you looking forward to on a date? Like if someone was to say, Grace, I'd like to take you out for a night. That smile says a lot there, Grace.
Attention.
Use that knife.
Just
in theory. In theory, if you were to go on a date.
Honestly.
You two are rotters and you should hate each other.
We do hate each other.
We do. Where have you been?
We don't live together anymore.
I wasn't talking to you, Grace.
Oh.
Yes, you horrible boys ganging up on Grace.
Oh, thank you.
Whoa. Well, just because we're guys.
My ideal date. Oh God, I don't know. Someone to give me attention. That would be nice.
Oh my God, I was really worried what you were going to say.
What were you going to say? What do you think I was going to say?
Someone to give me a thorough ploughing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't know why. For some reason, my mind just went to someone who's just going to, show me, just, I don't know, just something along those lines.
Sex.
Someone who would just rail me to next week.
Someone who's just going to see me good. Or I don't know what, but.
Honestly, at this point, to get a date would be, I don't even care. Just to get a date would be great. Doesn't matter.
I tried.
I genuinely believe you will get a date in the year of our Lord 2021. I will wager.
I mean,
Grace, that should be the new bet. Not who's going to have sex first, who's going to get a date first.
Who's going to get a date? Yeah, but like last year, you had a couple of dates. I didn't.
A couple, mate. I had several.
And they all rejected you. They all said you were friend material.
Oh my God, this is what I mean. Friendship dates.
He didn't get rejected. He got friend zoned. He didn't get friend zoned. He got friend zoned hard.
No. Do you want to know a tragic story before we move on to Grace? A tragic story. I went on this online dating
Wait,
site.
before you move on to Grace, a tragic story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A pre-Grace story, 2021.
Before you move on to Grace's tragic life, here's mine.
Okay.
So I went on this online dating thing. Grace knows this, so she can have a good laugh at this. We're having about 12. Yeah, speed dating.
Speed dating, but not in person.
But virtual. So you're having like 3-minute dates over the course of an hour. So you're probably having about 12 dates by the time the hour's up. And then at the end, I thought speed dating was kind of like you get a yes or a no to see again. But no, they added this new thing where you get yes, no, or I see you as a friend. And out of 12 dates that I went on, I got 4 no's and 8 I see you as a friend.
Wait, so what that is that it's yes, no, and spicy no. That's what
Yeah.
that is.
I got zero yeses to see again, 4 no's, and 8 see you as a friend. What is the point? I see you as a friend. What is the
I
point?
feel
No
so
one,
awful
it's just
for
no.
laughing.
one
But
has-
I want you to feel better.
Right. I see you as a friend. I can understand the reasoning behind that in the sense of like, this is someone who I get along with. I would like to continue talking with. Whereas,
But the problem is,
in a sense of a dating purpose, it makes no sense.
Relationships are not established in 3 minutes. I mean, I didn't like any of you the first 3 minutes I knew you.
well, the problem is the way they
Conrad,
organise
I
it is
dressed
that
for you.
If you put no or seeing you, I see you as a friend, it means you can't message them. You can only message them if they put yes. So essentially, I put them. So they at the end of the evening, they get you to write this review of how you found the evening. And I at least just put in like a sentence. I did not pay £10 to make a fucking friend. I should have put in the reviews. Why would I pay £10 to you guys to make 8 friends when I could pay £1,000 and make hundreds with neither?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really hundreds of friends, is it? Though I mean, like out of all the friends I've made at NIFA.
Excuse me, I'll
Like,
have you know, my Facebook friend list was on 500 in 2018. It's now on 1100 since NIFA.
Yeah, but how many of them are real friends?
Yeah, I mean, I've only got 2 real friends at NIFA. Have fun figuring out which one of you isn't it.
I talk to a lot of people.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Conrad,
but do you really talk to them, or you just talk to them and it's like a passing thing? And is there any depth to the conversation?
I have 65 acquaintances.
I have 69.
Anyway, back to Grace.
This fourth topic has just segued into so many different things. I'm not
Anyway,
sure what's going on.
back to Grace's perfect date. Let's go. Grace, what's your perfect date?
I do actually want to know, Grace, what is your perfect date? Because it's been built up. You never answered it. We went on Jay's tangent, and now we've been brought back to it.
It can be as abstract as you like if you don't have the semantics. Yeah, no,
You can say you want to go to the moon.
It honestly
Come on,
depends on the person.
you've had 25 years to think about this. What's your...
Fuck you. 25. I mean, I'm not 25 yet. I've got a month. So,
You've had 24 years and 11 months to think about this.
fucking hell. I guess it does depend on the person, but I feel like I like the thought of it being... Shut the fuck up, Jay. I guess I like the thought of it being like it segues from a day kind of thing to a night thing. So it's like, I love the thought of dating in London. I've not had a proper date in London yet, even though I've lived there for like 5 years. Not had a proper date there yet. But like going to favourite shops. So you go to like, Forbidden Planet. I love that shop. Go to...
Nice.
Yeah, nerdy shit.
Is that the one with the pole dancers?
I like the posters.
No, that is not Forbidden Planet, but that is a second... I think that's more second date material than first date.
Which one's that? Which one's second date material?
It's the place in Camden, which is like...
the one we went to in Nora.
There's like, there's dancers and there's
Dog. Oh,
I know that one.
Cyberdog.
Cyberdog.
Yes, Cyberdog.
That's second date material.
Good.
That shop is kinky.
First date is Forbidden Planet, I'd say, and quite near Forbidden Planet if you just like walk around. It's the Foyles bookshop. You go to like
I know the one you're talking
Foyles bookshop. I'll go to like Gosh Comics. I'll go to all those kind of like cute, and then I'll go to a vintage like clothes store. There's this one called Beyond Retro, which is kind of like all near the same kind of area in London. You do all that kind of stuff. You go to like maybe a pub near Soho, just a pub at this point. So it's just have like a drink or two, have a bit of dinner, and then you kind of make your way into, when it gets to like later on in the evening, you end up going to different like clubs and bars in, maybe more bars. I think I'm more of a, first date is more of a bar thing. Second date is more of a club thing, I find. Because bars is like you get more time to chat. Second date, you get more time to like dance and drink and ... You know. So...
What, right there in the middle of the club?
I mean, not in actually inside. It depends on the person as well. If it's like a guy or a girl, like it really does depend. So it's
one of my best friends at uni did that, right in the ladies' toilets.
Oh, I don't think I would. I don't know if that's my style.
Have you
I've got
ever?
an empty flat now, so it's just me in the flat. So
Yeah, fair play. That sounds like a great day. Like,
I had a great idea for a dating show actually. So basically, I thought it'd be really cool if like you have two people who go to like two separate bars, and then they get absolutely hammered as much as they can, and then what they have to do is
Find the other man.
they both meet drunk, so they both see each other in their worst state, and then what they have to do is they get a list of activities to do, and they have together to choose an activity they want to do, and then they have to go and do the activity together, absolutely hammered.
I think activities in first dates are a good thing. Like, I think cinema.
I think that'd be so good. How good would it be?
And it's rock. Like cinema first dates, no, because you're not talking.
No.
But
like really
bowling, like that.
Yeah,
but they're like really exotic activities. So like one of them could be like, I don't know, going to like on a vineyard tour or something. So it's something that's really kind of out there, like bucket list stuff.
Yeah.
That you do at the first date, but you have to do it hammered, and you meet together hammered. So like the whole time you're on the day, you're completely drunk, you're hammered, and then you have to decide at the end when you sober up if you want to see him again.
Jay's idea sounds a little bit like naked attraction. Just instead of getting naked in front of the person, you get absolutely plastered in front of them.
I prefer plastered to getting naked, because like watching naked,
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, when you like genitals in general, I'm gonna be like, I'm drunk now, so I'm gonna say it. Genitals in general, whether male or female, are ugly. They only become
amazing
when they're owned by the person I like. So if I like a person, I want their genitals. If I don't like a person, ew, genitals are gross. Penises, vaginas, ugh. But when they're owned by the person I like, I'll have it.
Just where do you guys stand at hooking up with a one-night stand in two ways? Of one, being a complete stranger who is attractive to you, or hooking up with someone who you would say is a good friend. So like say anyone within like a knifer situation.
If you say a name, it's fine. I'll just bleep them out.
No. I just like generally meant like as in like.
Oh, okay.
You have like people we've known in knifer, which has only been like a year and a. No, it's been
over 2 years. To be fair, I was quite late as well. Maybe I'm pregnant. Late. When you're like, sorry, I'm joking. Oh, I don't know where I was going with that.
I knew where you were going with that.
That was a terrible joke, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm always ashamed of myself. I despise myself.
Grace,
Good.
no. If I'm not allowed to despise myself, you can't despise yourself. Also,
am I the only person here who actually likes themselves?
Well, it depends on the mood. Sometimes I think I'm fucking incredible. Sometimes I'm like, ugh.
I mean, in answer to your question, Jack, 95% of my love life are one-night stands.
Yeah, as opposed to one-night stands, I honestly don't know, because I've not had one yet. So it depends until
They're good. If you get the right person, they're good.
What?
They're good if you get the right person.
They're good. Okay, I have to find the right person. I have to make sure.
Honestly, I don't dismiss them. I think they're really good. Let's wrap this up and then carry on.
Let's wrap this up before
sorry, I keep forgetting we're still recording.
We've discussed our 4 topics: irrational fears, politeness, sex education in school, and ideal dates. So I don't really know how to end this.
I've got one question though.
Okay.
In terms of with ideal dates, would you ideally want to be asked on a date, or would you be the one asking? I know it's a very anxiety-induced question, asking someone, but would you prefer asking that person?
On all the, I mean, I can literally, I've been on like 3 dates, but let's say hypothetically, the 3 dates I've been on, I was asked every time. So I don't know. I would like to potentially ask somebody, but
why don't you? Huh?
Wait.
I mean, it's a pandemic right now. There's no point asking someone on a date.
No, here's a quick question. If there is a person who you like, would you ask them on a date? Like, as in, you think they have interest towards you, would you ask them?
If I think they have interest before me, if I think they have interest for me, then I think I would. But I'm very much like, I have to know that they're kind of interested before I ask, because I'm very self-conscious in that way. Like, the thought of asking someone on a date and then rejecting me. I'll be like, so if I know that they
don't want the cat out of the bag,
have some kind of inkling that they are interested, then I will ask. But if I can't tell, I won't. I'll wait.
You don't want the cat out of the bag, essentially.
Yeah, I would ask someone on a date, but everyone that I fancy or like is in a relationship.
Everyone I fancy or like are celebrities or fictional.
Oh.
Everyone I fancy or like isn't worth my time.
I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm a lot more drunk than I expected.
I'm just gonna say
Anna Kendrick, Henry Cavill. Oh, I burped. Sorry. Anna Kendrick, Henry Cavill, Chloe Grace Moretz, Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong, whatever his name is, and Margot Robbie. And I was going to buy Asa Butterfield as well, but I stopped myself because money and room in my flat.
Oh my God.
Three guys and 3 girls.
If you have to order it, because then you've got anal Butterfield.
Anal Butterfield. Butter my field.
Oh, anal butt is filled.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. Okay, I think
was
actually
awful.
it's probably time for, I don't know how much of that outro I'm going to be able to include. I can't remember the question.
There was a question in there.
Jack was trying to ask me a question until you two interrupted.
Oh, I think my question was like, the thing I said is like, drunk, you should take another shot.
Oh, okay.
Sober, you should also
I
take
might
another
finish
shot.
this bottle. Oh dear.
Grace, do an outro now. Let's get
Okay, outro. So, thanks for watching. We are all quite, well, I'm a lot more, I've had about that much vodka, I don't know, but it's all good. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. This is me talking with 3 lads because I'm one of the lads now.
Lads.
I'm honestly more surprised that I'm a lad than you are, but okay.
Did you say you're more feminine?
That's
No.
I think that's what he's going at.
Am I more of a lad than you, Conrad? Thing. I'm such a lad. I went to an all-girls grammar school and I was just so done with the
I went to an all-girls school and I came out more of a lad than some of the lads.
And I went to an
I'm such
all-boys
a lad.
school and I
You know
came
what?
out
This is what
like
we've
this.
established. This is what we've established in this I don't know, 2 episodes. I reckon this is 2 episodes now. So I'm the
How
most
to become an
laddie
emerging
person.
lad like Grace.
There is a whole bit that you've got to cut out.
Oh,
Can we pull a Hobbit and make it 3 episodes?
I'll just do an outro right now. Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Watching.
Shall
I
I
hope
do
you
an outro?
enjoyed.
What's my
So now Grace has explained her sexuality. Here's her outro.
I mean,
Safe
bit of
sex doesn't mean no sex. It just
whoever
whoever
gets me first, you know.
How to explain sexuality and outro in one take by Filthy
Okay.
Animal.
And on that note, thank you to Jay Seymour, Jack Warner, and Conrad Pollard.
Why am I doing that? What the hell is that?
Oh my God, it's Wallace!
Jay Seymour of shit, Jack Warner of bullshit.
I did warn her.
And Grace Ward. I don't know.
Virgin Break Grace Ward.
Yeah, that's
That's
it. Thanks.
She awards all the graces.
And on that note, goodbye.
Once she wins her
I'm going to stop
once you win-
recording.
When you win your first battle, you'll be Grace A. Ward.
On that note, goodbye.
Die.